let's get this done. Now we're going to move on to servicing the piston with a new piston seal and glide ring. So we've got to get to that first of all. And to do that, we're going to remove these 4 8mm bolts. I'm going to try and remember to put them in the same place I took them out. They're quite soft. So that's one, working clockwise. And this should then tilt forward and back, put that down. There's a gasket there which hasn't fallen out. There's an O-ring in there. We're not replacing the gasket, but we are replacing the O-ring. And this piston lock should come off, which it does, showing us the piston, glide ring and seal. And on a quick inspection, it does look a little bit worn, but not as bad as I was expecting. Now to gain access to work on the piston, you can remove this rubber if you wish, but it's not doing any harm. We're going to need to remove this cover, just a Phillips screw head. Okay, that does look like it might have been. Look round the back. That looks like a nice silicone gasket seal. So that's holding that on quite well. So this plate is secured with a gasket, a silicone gasket. So the body's aluminium, so it's quite soft. So we've got to get a little tapping instrument. This very thin bladed screwdriver, pointing it away from the housing, and tap it, break the seal. There it is. So when we put this back on, we'll be using some silicone gasket sealer to replace that after we've cleaned that up. We can actually see the piston. So So we need to remove that piston so we can replace the glide ring and piston seal. That looks like a T25 Torx. Have we got one of those at hand? We have. Is it? Yeah, that's a T25. Okay, so we'll go and now get the X8R service kit, which includes a little tool for locking this piston in place to enable us to undo that, take the piston out. Then it should be right easy to replace that. That's seen better days. It's easy to come off, and we've got to then cut this piston seal off, remove the top of the piston, put a new seal on, pop the top of the piston back on, reassemble it all, put the plate back on, and away we go. Let's go and get the kit. X8R piston service kit. Catalogue, buy more bits. Here we go. I don't know what's bit what at the moment. So let's cut that open. That looks like the tool to sit around there. Let's just check that out. That's it. Well, that's definitely the glide ring. Perhaps that's the tool. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. I think. Okay, so let's pull the piston down. Okay, let's put all these little bits back in the bag till we need them. And we should be able to, with that tool in place, loosen off Torx T25, and now it's obvious why this little tool from XR8 is useful, as it holds the piston in place and lets you remove that. Are you coming out? Yep. Okay. Let's take the tool off. And can we, let's take the old glide ring off, and can we get that down through there now? Okay, there's the piston out. So we've got to take this seal off next, which we're just going to cut off with a sharp knife, prise it off with a screwdriver, and then start putting the new bits on. Before we go and replace the parts, the glide seal and the seal, let's fit them back on. Let's push it up into the bore and just see what the movement's like. It glides for sure, but it's very loose. So we'll do a comparison when we got the new seal on and see what that's like. You can see that's pretty easy to do with hardly any pressure. Okay, let's put the new bits on. Right, let's get this seal off. Nice sharp knife, watch your fingers. Cut in there. Cut in there. Cut in there. Is that going to come off yet? Yeah, no problem. He said no problem, and it's still not off. Not quite. Fingers out the way. Okay, a few more cuts. Okay, there we go. This has got to come off now, so we can find a flat screwdriver to see if it will come off. Bit at a time. Yeah, it's moving slightly. Nothing over the top. Yeah, there. Let's go up a size. Oh yeah, look at that one. Yeah. I mean, we could have bought a new compressor, but where's the fun in that? And eventually, and just keep walking and gently prising this cap off with increasingly larger screwdriver, flat-ended, walking it up either side, and eventually after you've walked up a few sizes, you'll get it off. Just check you haven't caused any damage. It's quite soft. You really want to be careful not to cause any damage. That's lovely. And then we can the new piston seal, which goes on like that, and we're going to put the cap back over to secure it in place, and we just got to tap that gently down to secure it, and that's the piston seal done. So we'll remove the old silicone gasket off of that plate, and we're going to install a little bit of thread lock on there. We're going to get this back in. So before we secure this plate back in place, we're going to add a little bead of silicone sealer around there. This is the stuff, not too much because we don't want it splodging inside the chamber, and then secure the plate back in place. On each of the screws we put a little bit of thread lock and assemble the plate. And don't forget to pop the flat washer over the top of the piston head. Make sure it's in place, flat and secure. And pop the new O-ring in the top. Slide that back in. And that should now tip forward and we can put it back together. So let's replace the O-ring and there's no wonder that was leaking. That's completely had it where the air dry connects to the compressor. Let's get that off. D. Get a little bit of sandpaper, sand that off. So it's a bayonet fitting, top and bottom. Line it up, twist it clockwise. That's much better. That's locked. Once the air dryer is locked into place, screw in. Just keep it nice and secure. Yeah, lovely. Pop this pipe back in on the basis I haven't got a new piece. It's got a slight cut there. I'd like to actually cut it back, but I'm not sure it's long enough. But on the basis I can actually get to this without taking the whole thing out again, should I need to replace that, I can. Push the collet in. That's in. There. And we're in. Nice and secure. I probably did have enough to cut back there, but we're in there. So what was it I was saying about not being able to get it in the wrong way, even though it's conveniently marked rear at the back? Well, first time I assembled the compressor back into the tray and I've got it in the wrong way round, so I've had to take this back out, twist it round, put it back in. So now we're ready to go in the car.